What's up, guys? You have reached the YouTube channel Fun and Opinions with Robbie Cook. So, in my personal life, I like to collect toys and wrestling memorabilia and different stuff like that, as you can somewhat see. I got some masks and some toys. We're gonna do a walk around real fast. But I've been a long time collector of toys. My toy collection has changed a couple times over the years. I just kind of get tired of some stuff and move stuff around and whatnot like that. But yeah, we've got the little fireplace going. The weather has been beautiful here down in Florida, where I live. So really enjoying it. I do not have the heat on right now because I don't need it. But I like the look of the fireplace. So, and yes, if you're going to ask me, I am wearing a Terry Funk t-shirt because Terry Funk is the man. But yeah, here, we'll do a quick little walk around of some cool stuff that I have. Get started with some wrestling masks. Pentagon mask, right here with the blue and white. It's a beautiful handcrafted mask that I bought from a seller in Mexico. Tiger Mask. He's one of my favorite Japanese wrestlers. He was such a pioneer with his style and the cool stuff that he did. Him and Dynamite Kid had awesome matches. If you've never seen them, go check them out. Grand Aniwa with the crab mask. Died rather young. He was cool. I had not seen a lot of his stuff, but he had some cool matches in ECW briefly and Michinoku Pro. And if you ever watched the Super J Cup, I think he was in Super J Cup 94. I could be wrong on that. It's probably 95. I'm thinking here. Yeah, Super J Cup 95 he would have been in. I think he wrestled Damien 666 in the first match. And then I think he went on to wrestle Jushin Thunder Liger. Had a hell of a match. Oh, and of course, look. One and only Rey Mysterio Jr. Oh, and as you see in the background, I do have some tickets and stuff from several shows. We'll get to that briefly. I'll move down here. Got some AEW figures. Nick Jackson, Walmart exclusive figures. Those are actually kind of my favorite outfits that they've had from one of the AEW pay-per-views. Jericho, of course, the legend. He gets a lot of flack now for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think these people like to rag on him. I personally like Jericho. I followed his career for a long time. Going back to his old ECW days. I've never seen his stuff from CMLL or anything like that from back in the day, but a lot of it was Japan stuff with War. He was in the Super J Cup 94? I'm going to say 94. Yeah, he was in Super J Cup 94. The exclusive Adam Page, which he's one of my favorite current guys right now. He's really good. I also started watching him when he was just in Ring of Honor coming up, pre-Bullet Club days. But yeah. Moved down to this pretty sick Darby Allin. The guy's a nut, man. He's such a fun guy to watch these days because you never know what he's going to do. That's the cool thing, you know. Got the exclusive Brody King figure. I don't know much about Brody King. I've only seen a couple of his stuff, but he has such a cool, unique look, you know, and I thought it was a pretty cool, sick figure with all the tattoos and all that stuff like that. I often wonder how I would look covered in tattoos like that, but I would never get to that point. That's a little too much for me, I think. But got the 1 of 5,000 Chase Alex Reynolds, which I actually came across. Wasn't even looking for toys, just came across it on Walmart when I was shopping around, seeing it, and I was like, oh man, I gotta get that. And then a couple days later, I came across the Claudio Castagnoli, the very European wrestler, 1 of 3,000 chases. I was like, man, I'm having a heck of a luck with toys this week. And then I got Orange Cassidy hiding in the back. Of course, gotta get the Legend Sting with the cool entrance and stuff in the background. You can see the face paint and smudges and stuff. The detail on this figure is actually pretty sweet. Got the man, Kenny Omega, who I'm hoping returns soon. He's another one that I've been watching for a long time, and he's probably definitely one of my top favorite wrestlers right now. You know, and the matches that really put me into wanting to check him out were the matches he had with Okada, of course. Like, those matches were awesome. But I think the first Kenny Omega match I ever seen was Wrestle Kingdom, when he wrestled, the Time Splinter dude. He was in NXT for a while, but now he's back in Japan. I'm really kicking myself for not knowing this name off the top of my head. So if you can know what I'm talking about, please acknowledge me with this knowledge. I know as soon as I get done with this video, it'll pop up in my head, and I'll be like, "Oh, that was the dude right there. Why was it not in my head?" And sometimes, it just happens. Stuff slips the mind, as it does. Of course, got the AEW wrestling buddies down there. Kind of remind me of the old wrestling buddies that I used to have when I was a kid. I had a Big Boss Man one, definitely a Hogan one. I think I actually had a Macho King one. Man, I wish I still had those. I don't know where my parents would have put them. I'm sure I used to go on the trampoline like much, kids growing up and wrestle the hell out of those things. And that, was kind of my intuition of, dude, this is so much fun. And, yeah. So doing moves on the trampoline with those guys, and then going to wrestling school, and I was like, oh man, I used to do this, and then boom, boom, boom. One thing leads to another, man. You start wrestling on the Florida indie scene for a long time. Like me, I was a wrestler on the Florida indie scene for many, 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 many years. I don't really wrestle shows as much now. I'm kind of into the whole teaching and training aspect of things. That's something I'm super passionate about, and sharing my love for professional wrestling with other people who have the same love, and even enlightening their eyes to a style or cool stuff they've never seen before is really something I enjoy doing. So yeah, we'll move on down here. PS5 that barely gets used, of course. There's that cool fireplace again. Here we'll just do a little row of Funkos, man. Going down here. Irv Blitzer. Man, Cool Runnings is one of my favorite movies of all time. Peace be the journey. We got The Undertaker, of course. Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I can't really do his voice. It makes my throat get super dry. It's weird. Furbies, of course. Remember when they were all the big, huge talk of the town in the 90s? Mankind, Guerrero. Look here, I'm not going to name them all. You can read for yourself. But just go slowly around. Slowly. Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. I think that's what he said, right? Yeah, that's what he said. He's considered the ad icon. Ninja Turtles, man, of course. Growing up as a kid, I was a huge Ninja Turtle fan. I think most kids coming from that late 80s, early 90s aspect of time were huge Ninja Turtles. Those original Ninja Turtle movies really hold a special place in my heart, to where even when I want to watch the new Ninja Turtle movies and stuff that come out, it's just not the same. I don't know what it is. It's just not the same to me. Here. Start. Oh, I got some more masks. Great. Sasuke. He's one of my favorite Japanese wrestlers as well. He was so unique in his style and such a madman. He kind of had that Darby Allin mentality of just taking horrendous bumps and crazy punishment. And he was just such a fun gym to watch, in my opinion. Of course, One of my favorites of all time, Hayabusa, truly an innovator. I remember being in 6th grade, finding out he got paralyzed, and really, hurt my heart a lot. He was definitely one of the guys that I was watching a lot of his stuff, because he was one of the guys that I tried to emulate early on in wrestling, and just trying to figure out how to incorporate some of his crazy moves into my style. And then I realized that Hayabusa is one of a kind, and there's nothing I can do to try to do what he has done. So big props to Hayabusa. Of course, I got another sweet Rey Mysterio mask. Ultimo Dragon. I first seen Ultimo Dragon in WCW, believe it or not. And then I went down the whole Ultimo Dragon rabbit hole of his matches from Japan. Him and Liger's had great matches and stuff. And man, Liger's had great matches as well. Ultimo Dragon has had great matches as well. He's still going to this day. I would love to see him and Jericho have one more match. I've pitched it to AEW on their Twitter several times. I never hear anything. But hey, I can't be the only one who wants Jericho and Ultimo Dragon one more time. Another here. Ray Phoenix. I think him and Pentagon are WWE bound. I wish them nothing but the best. Anyway, those guys are talented, and anybody who's a wrestling fan can appreciate these guys' talent and their hard work and their uniqueness. I think they have the potential to be huge stars in WWE if that rumor is true and they do go there. But I also wouldn't mind them sticking around with AEW and doing their stuff too. Either way, I wish them the best. Jushin Thunder Liger, of course, he was an awesome wrestler. I mean, if you're a wrestling fan, you know Liger. Fun fact, I seen him wrestle in Daytona for the New Japan show that Kenny Omega helped put on years ago. That's pretty cool. As we move down, we got Jushin Thunder Liger with his first look before he changed to the big horned mask, which I actually like that look a lot better. That's his iconic look, So it's a pretty cool figure. I believe it's a rarity. I'm not sure how many of those were made, but not many, I don't believe. Of course, Hulk Hogan. Got the Hulk Hogan NASCAR Team Convoy Matchbox. Of course, got the WCW Nitro rods. I had quite a few of these as a kid too, and I played the hell out of them, and then I started displaying them and didn't touch them anymore, and I don't even have those anymore. I realized I have like 0 toys from my childhood. So maybe that's why I buy toys now. It just reminds me of different aspects of my childhood life. Got this cool Ric Flair. Always a huge Ric Flair fan. Got this cool trophy. I was voted FPW Wrestler of the Year back in my full-time wrestling days. It's definitely a highlight of my wrestling career for sure. I think I had like 2,000 votes or something like that. I don't fully remember like every aspect of that. I have like, I don't know. My brain doesn't fully remember every aspect like that I probably should. But yeah, I got the old WWF. This box has seen better days, of course. I actually got this box and it's full of all the cards that. Sorry. It's full of all the cards that it came with still, and it still has the instructions and everything in the box. I found this at Goodwill like many years ago for like $3. And I was like, man, this box has seen better days, but I gotta buy it. So I bought it. One and only Cactus Jack ECW figure with the tag team belt. I'm a huge Mick Foley fan. He's awesome. A Darby Allin skateboard. China, of course. Hogan. When he was wearing the stupid little helmet thing, which I don't think lasted long. It might have just been like a one-time gimmick. I'm not fully sure. Got the Rockers, Shawn Michaels. Japanese Stone Cold figure. Of course. Got the Billy Gunn. DX Billy Gunn. From the New Age Outlaws. Triple H, DX, Triple H is probably one of my favorite character-wise. But Triple H was such a phenomenal worker too, you know. For some reason, I don't think he fully gets the credit he deserves. You know, he was definitely one of a kind. Also down here, got some monster truck stuff. Power Wheels Bigfoot. That was one of those things I had as a kid too. The Power Wheels Bigfoot to drive around and stuff and whatnot. It was so cool, man. Bigfoot #1. The OG Gravedigger, when he was a mud racer, mud truck. USA 1. Of course, Back to the Future car, man. I love the Back to the Future movie trilogies. They're such a fun blast from the past. I'll go down here. Got the Evel Knievel beer, which of course I had to try, and I digged it. It was really good. Woodstock 1994 can Pepsi. I'm always wanting to open it up and pour it into a cup just to see what it looks like, but it'd probably be really gross and the smell would make me puke. I don't have a very strong stomach when it comes to nasty smells. I kind of like, bleh, want to puke. But yeah, I got a Hatch Green Chili Jones special release store. The only reason I bought this because I had Mexican wrestling legend Psychosis on the bottle, so, you know, I figured, hey, I gotta buy this thing. Man, this is also another cool piece from my childhood. Got the Batman and Riddler. The Batman and Riddler cup from McDonald's from back in the day. They were pretty sweet. Of course, got the Scooby-Doo van. Turbo Man from that movie Jingle All the Way, which is a Christmas movie. Probably one of my favorite Christmas movies. That and the Santa Claus. Iron Giant, of course. I seen that and I jumped up and down like a little kid at Walmart because I never knew they were going to make this. And Iron Giant was one of my favorite movies of all time. Just the way it connects with me and just it has that feel, you know. Oh yeah, here I forgot to show you this stuff. I got a cool bottle of Mexican wrestling tequila. I'm not a huge tequila drinker, so but I thought it was pretty cool, and it was on clearance, so I figured it'd fit the wrestling room. Got a Hall of Fame ring. WWE. X-Pac, man, one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid, and still to this day. I would have loved to have a chance to work with him and have a match with him, but unfortunately, when he was down in the Florida scene, and I was in the Florida scene, we did not have a chance to meet up. But fun fact, he and my dad have wrestled each other several times over in the 90s, and are pretty good friends. So, and here's another one that he actually autographed for me. So then I seen the new updated figure, and I had to buy that. Of course, a piece of Ric Flair's robe from the 80s, that famous beautiful pink robe. And I had to buy the figure because it goes with it. Why not? Hey, it's a pretty cool figure. Then I got some loose Funkos down here. Yeah, I have a lot of ridiculous stuff. So, now we're going to venture on down here. This is my wife's cool business that she's been doing. The Brighter Days crates. Feel free to look them up on Etsy, Facebook, Instagram. She makes really cool crates, guys, for all different occasions. So go check them out. Move on down here. My little monster truck wall. Some of my favorite monster trucks as a kid. Got the Wild Foot truck. Kings of Crunch, man. I love the Kings of Crunch series. Because they make such cool trucks that I remember from my childhood to where Monster Jam does not own the rights to, so they get to make some cool ones too and whatnot. A lot of Bigfoot. I was a huge Bigfoot fan as a kid. I was a Bigfoot fan club member. Back when fan clubs were like a thing, and then they would send you like decals and like pogs and different stuff, which I still have some Bigfoot fan club member stuff. Monster Vet, Cliff Starbird. That truck is still around, believe it or not. Of course, the OG, Gravedigger, legend, man. Dennis Anderson. Boogie Van. I wish Boogie Van was making a comeback. I do know that when I seen this toy, I was like, oh, I have to get this. I got to get this. Of course, Black Stallion. Man, Black Stallion. This isn't a real truck, but it felt with my Ninja Turtle love, I had to go check it out. So, yeah. Cyclops from back in the day. From the 80s, man. Cyclops, the monster truck from the 80s with the color changing. And then El Toro Loco. Which, I'd much rather have a Taurus monster truck than El Toro Loco. But El Toro Loco is pretty cool too, not taking anything away from them. And then, of course, got some more Grave Digger color changing ones with the OG red truck. And then the anniversary edition. And here, of course, Bigfoot and Snakebite. Back in the day, I was a huge Andy Brass fan. He was driving Bigfoot, and he had Cobra, also known as Gene Patterson, was racing. Those guys back in the day were racing stuff. They sold some pretty cool VHS tapes that I was a proud owner of. Go back and watch them sometime when I want to feel that old nostalgia feeling. Of course, TNT Championship, the Brody Lee edition, which was pretty cool. The only wrestling belt I actually own, believe it or not. I don't have none of the ones that I've won on the indies because you can't keep those things, unfortunately. But hey, here, we'll go through these micro brawlers. Which I really like the look of these since they updated the packaging from the old bags. I never knew that I was going to start collecting these things. I kind of just bought crates every once in a while, and then I ended up kind of finding out that I'm starting to have a soft spot in my heart for these things, so I started buying them. And I got space for more. Space for more. And there's the OG bag editions. I think that's the first ever MJF brawler. Of course, got the Nick Gage, Matt Cardona. All right, we're going to move back on to my start of my autograph and ticket wall. So, I'm a huge music fan also. So, I got unused Woodstock tickets from 94 and 99. If there's ever a time machine and I can go on that thing, you best believe I'm going to go relive Woodstock 94 and 99. I'm going to be wilding out. I'm going to be a mud person, covered in mud, drink some beer, have some fun, sing some songs, create some beautiful memories. Of course, here, this is the infamous IWA Japan Duel of the Wilds ticket from the no-rope barbed wire match that Cactus Jack and Terry Funk had. Bad Boy Hito trading card. God bless him. He's dead now, unfortunately. Great Sasuke autograph on the bottom with Liger and Ultimo Dragon. Adam Page autograph up there. Sorry about the little glare, but nothing I can do about it right now. Briscoe Brothers autograph from the dog collar match with FTR, man. I had to get that. Of course, Buff Marcus Bagwell. Buff! Daddy! Chris Hero. Chris Hero autograph. Got the All Japan Tokyo Dome show from 99. Got some Big Japan deathmatch tickets from the CZW Big Japan era. And it's pretty cool if you actually get closer here. We have Zandig and Abdul the Butcher and several other guys. Jun Kasai. Of course, Chavo Guerrero. Of course, Eddie Guerrero is his favorite wrestler. Why wouldn't he be? Eddie Guerrero is the man. Always will be. So, that's the start of my autograph and ticket wall. Don't have a whole bunch of stuff on there yet. But, yeah. That's pretty much the toy room in a nutshell. The ever-growing toy room. It's constantly growing with stuff that, you know, I jump for joy when I see it at the store, or I'll see something cool online. Like, oh, I gotta get this. And of course, feel free to mind the paint, disregard the paint. This is the cool beer fridge. It's empty right now. I gotta restock it, but come over and have different AEW pay-per-views, wrestling pay-per-views with some friends. Eat some cool food. It's like everybody else does, man. Everybody gets together for football and sports and and all that stuff, and why not? This is my little hangout room, my wrestling room, the toy room as I call it. I'm sure I will do an upgraded video in the future when I get more stuff added. We kind of just redid out here not too long ago, so stuff kind of got rearranged and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's my toy room in a nutshell. That's pretty much it, guys. So you guys have a beautiful day. Stay positive. Go out and make some beautiful memories. Enjoy life. And if you have beautiful weather, like we do right here in Florida, get out and enjoy that weather. Alright, guys, I'm out. I'm Robbie. Peace. Thank you for watching.